Okay, so I've been putting this video off for a very long time. I've been putting the entire thing that I'm about to talk about off for a very long time. But recently I've gotten a lot of messages from people asking me, actually insisting that I talk more about the social engineering, culture creation. And they really want me to focus on the new age deception stuff based off a lot of the videos I put out recently. The truth is I've been kind of putting it off because I kind of don't even want to do this. But people want to hear about it. So I don't even know how to attack this massive beast because it's massive. So I decided that I'm going to put out little snippets here and there, and I didn't know where to begin. So I thought the best place to begin, reading from Daniel Estulin's book, The Tavistock Institute, because Daniel does a fantastic job of summing up what the goal is, what they have been doing. And in future episodes, we'll talk about the how and the whys. Basically, their mission statement, okay? So I'll read from this book. Ready? Every aspect of the mental and psychological life of people on the planet was profiled, recorded, and stored into computer systems. Above the closely cooperating groups of social scientists, psychologists, psychiatrists, anthropologists, think tanks, and foundations presides the elite of powerful members of the oligarchy, comprised mostly of the old Venetian black nobility. What is the purpose of these behavior modifications, you may ask? It is to bring about forced change to our way of life without our agreement and without even ever realizing what is happening to us. The ultimate goal being the complete extirpation of mankind's inner sense of identity, the tearing out of mankind's innermost soul, the placement in the vacant space of an artificial synthetic pseudo-soul. However, in order to change mankind's behavior away from industrial production into spiritualism and to bring us willfully into the world of post-industrial era zero growth, zero progress, one must force first a change in mankind's self-image, its fundamental conceptions of what we are. Thus, the image of man appropriate to the new era must be sought, synthesized, then wired into mankind's brain. Now, if you really take that all in and kind of really think about what has happened over the last couple years, not even just the last 3-4 years, but just in general, how things are forced upon us to create change, things that we've discussed before on this show. Now I'm going to start showing you guys a little bit of some evidence, and as well as some of the reasons why Daniel says what he just says right there. We're going to go through some documents. We'll go through some actual examples, and I also would like to start showing practical things, meaning here's what they said that they're going to do, and then show you examples in our world where it's happening, where we are participating or it's being imposed upon us. And the whole goal here is to change the image of man. And that will be one of the documents that we'll be talking about. Interesting thing to note here is the constant focus on identity. Identity politics in the last couple of years has been a huge thing, of course, right? And the whole goal here is to have people focus on what they are rather than who they are. If who you are is man created in the image of God, well, that's a completely different perspective of how you see things in terms of what you are. Because if you focus on what you are, it's a lot easier to have you change that. You have them focus on what they are. What color are you? What gender are you? What? If there's no connection to the who, easy to change the what. Rather than if you know who you are, you're less likely to do so. And that's a big part of this entire thing about changing the image of man. It's right in the title. And we're going to be discussing some of the people behind that document and why it matters in terms of the New Age in particular. That's what I'm going to be focusing on, the New Age and the occult, and how these individuals behind that paper in particular are actually the ones that engineered a lot of the stuff that we see within our communities and which we see in what we call now the New Age and all that stuff. Anyways, I hope you're going to join me along on this crazy ride. Word to Big Bird, jing jang and a wing woodang.